Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, is facing a big issue concerning the Senate elections. It's astonishing that both the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and its political rivals, who had previously joined hands with the establishment to bring an end to Imran Khan's government, are now settling their issues. After finishing his government, they fabricated severe cases against him. Then they imprisoned Imran Khan, his wife and his family members, making his life miserable. However, things between Imran Khan and these same people have now improved. Deals have been struck, sharing how many Senate seats PTI and its rivals will get. So, PTI has reached an agreement with its political opponents. But PTI leadership is struggling to reach an agreement with its own workers. The leadership wants to nominate candidates for Senate based on a list they have and ensure those candidates get enough votes to win. However, PTI's workers have high expectations and they feel that the leaders are favouring the wealthy over the grassroots workers, which is a wrong decision. There was a press conference in Peshawar held by PTI officials where they mentioned that they could lay siege to the Chief Minister's house and the Provincial Assembly. Some people even suggested that they wouldn't allow members of the Provincial Assembly to enter the Assembly to vote if the injustice against them doesn't stop. Particularly those who are angry with the leadership are criticising the Mirza Afridi issue. They argue that, at a time when PTI should be focused on its political movement, its leadership is busy with Mirza Afridi's patronage. Focus should be on the movement, but PTI is dividing into factions, leading to disappointment with the decisions being made. If Mirza Afridi becomes a senator, he will throw a few coins in the air and then leave for a world tour to enjoy in a victorious style. Fawad Chaudhry too has made a sharp comment. He said that if he had 50 crore rupees, he would also return to PTI, but he doesn't have it. A lot of people making noise now, including Azam Mashwani, are talking about Irfan Salim. Irfan Salim is a very old member of PTI who has been with Imran Khan from the time when no one else was around. He's a foundational ideological worker of PTI. The internal disagreements within PTI are getting a lot of media attention, especially on Pakistani channels, and ARY has been covering this extensively. Naeem Bhatt, a very senior reporter, has been breaking significant news. I've worked with him in the field, and he has been instrumental in providing accurate reports. However, the section about Barrister Saif showing unwavering loyalty to Imran Khan doesn't seem realistic. There are many loyalists of Imran Khan who do not get to meet him, but Barrister Saif regularly manages to meet him. Timur cannot meet him, nor can others like Junaid Akbar or Sohail Afridi, but Barrister Saif manages to. He is very close to the establishment. There's also a situation involving Ali Amin Gandapur and Ali Makan, and their individual roles in the Senate matter have caused tension. Ali Amin criticised Ali Makan, according to some reports, and is trying to steer the party in a different direction. Mirza Afridi has become a key issue. He is a wealthy individual and his situation is now entangled in this issue. Similarly, there is an issue with Fazal-ur-Rahman's party, and Dilawar Khan from Fazal-ur-Rahman's party is also being considered for the Senate. He's a very rich individual who can distribute money to influence the elections. If he gets any backing from the establishment, he could even buy independent candidates for the Senate seat. This whole affair is now playing out in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and PTI's ideological members are growing increasingly upset with it. According to a news report from ARY, much of the information covered was already reported by Naeem Bhatt. However, the issue of a potential boycott, especially by Sheikh Waqas Akram of PTI, is causing some stir. But the harshest critique came from Ahmad Yusuf, who blamed Imran Khan for not facilitating Arshad Sharif's visa to the United Kingdom. Ahmad Yusuf claimed that if Imran Khan had helped, Arshad Sharif wouldn't have been killed in Kenya. My question is, was Arshad Sharif directly requesting a visa from Imran Khan? Arshad Sharif was a man of great integrity. He had personal ties with Murad Saeed, but I don't believe he would have asked Imran Khan for help. I clearly remember Imran Khan once telling me that if I faced any problems, I could go to a specific place, which he had suggested. However, the accusations against ARY are also confusing. ARY should have been standing on its own feet and not let people be removed from jobs. But if we had been able to keep our jobs, we would not have left the country. In 2022, I remember Arshad Sharif telling me that I should leave Pakistan for a while since I didn't have a job. But I didn't want to leave, and he said, if you stay, you'll be arrested. And soon enough, I was arrested. Yet, despite everything, Arshad Sharif stayed in Pakistan until his arrest. If he had any chance of leaving, he would have done so earlier. But he didn't abandon his duty. And now, Ahmad Yusuf blaming Imran Khan for not helping with the visa is very strange. The people who really pushed Arshad Sharif to leave, the people who filed fake cases against him, the people who caused his suffering, no one ever talks about them. When Arshad Sharif's family says that their loved one was wronged, they should be listened to, but unfortunately the ones responsible are not being questioned. Everyone focuses on the weaker side, criticizing people who have already been suffering. Arshad Sharif, a man who gave everything for the truth, deserves much more respect. Lastly, there's the case of Mahrang Baloch Sahiba, who is still enduring the state's brutality. She was sent back into a 15-day remand today after being presented in court. But her smile, despite the circumstances, showed that she hasn't bowed to the state's oppression. She remains strong and courageous for the people of Balochistan, continuing the fight for human rights, against forced disappearances, and for the young people of Balochistan. Our Pashtun youth are raising their voices. Likewise, the Baloch youth are raising their voices as well. A large number of them are raising their voices for their rights. They are raising their voices for the peace of Balochistan. They are protesting against the exploitation happening there, the resources being taken away from them, and the encroachment on their land. The woman who is raising her voice for them deserves our salute. The way she was present in court with such strength and courage was remarkable. Mahrang Baloch told the judge, "Listen, Judge Sahib, listen to us. You are not hearing our side of the story." The judge was silent. She said, "Listen to us. The decision you are going to make is already written for you, but at least hear us out. Despite the court orders, we are not being allowed to sign the power of attorney. We want to sign it, but we are being denied that." This is what Mahrang Baloch told the judge. Can you imagine the level of oppression? It's been almost 4 months that this woman and 5 others, including one disabled person who is carried in a wheelchair, have been detained. Yet they are still not being allowed to sign their power of attorney. Mahrang Baloch's smile, her ability to speak openly with people, her courage to stand firm before the judge and expose the system of injustice, this is a troubling situation for the state of Pakistan. They need to realize that they cannot control these young people by force. These are different kinds of youth. This is the age of social media. We are living in 2025, not the 18th century. Your arbitrary control won't work anymore. These young people will not give up. They will defeat you. They will take their rights from you. It is better for you to return their rights before they publicly expose you and take them by force. Anyway, there was a big reaction to this. Nadia Baloch Sahib's tweet said, "Today, once again, justice has been murdered." If I think about it, the one who is afraid of the armed men is just an innocent girl. In today's world, the faces that come to mind, if I think about history, the first name that comes to mind is Fatima Jinnah. Fatima Jinnah, the mother of the nation, who fought against the dictator. If I look at the history I have studied, this story starts from there. Benazir Bhutto and Nusrat Bhutto were also there, as well as others. There was a time when Nawaz Sharif's wife fought against the dictator. Kulsum Nawaz did the same, and even Maryam Nawaz fought bravely. The ones who stood their ground and took the brunt of the struggle, like Asma Jahangir, who is no longer with us, her daughter is still raising her voice for human rights. But what Sanam Javed Khan did, what Alia Hamza did, even what Imran Khan's sisters and Bushra Bibi did, is the kind of resilience that proves the verse, "Even the armed men fear an unarmed girl." These women have shown that such writings about them are not just words, they are proof of their strength. Women, remember, if change comes to society on a large scale, it will be because of the significant role women play. Today, women are standing firm in the face of oppression and force with great determination, and because of these women, many men are also standing up. If women can stand, then we can too. Now let's talk about the strange behavior of Maulana Fazlur Rahman Sahib. He had to do this. I'll explain what he aims to achieve with this. First, let's look at his statement regarding the current military leadership, where he said that they have now realized that the management of FATA was wrong. There could be a possibility that FATA, like Gilgit-Baltistan, could have its own chief minister under the federal government. This would require the 27th Amendment to be passed. Now, if Maulana Fazlur Rahman separates FATA, the members from PTI will be the majority, so the chief minister would come from PTI. Why does Maulana Fazlur Rahman want this now? If the 27th Amendment is passed, he will push for his own puppet chief minister to be appointed, while the federal government will control the region's resources. Now, let's look at the 9th May case. I suggest you visit Shakir Rehman Sahib's YouTube channel to get a detailed understanding of the 9th May cases. He is explaining it in much more detail, and you'll be astonished at the revelations he has made. One such revelation I'm about to share is about Inspector Munir Sahib, who went for Umrah. The judge was upset and ordered his summons. They tried to contact him on WhatsApp, but he didn't respond. The next day they tried calling him via email, and he was brought in for testimony online. He was told to swear that he would speak the truth. However, since he was in a state of Umrah, he was reluctant to take the oath. The lawyers were insistent, and they asked him to say that if he lied, the wrath of Allah would fall upon him. At that moment he said, "If I lie, may Allah be displeased with me." The lawyers responded, "You need to say that Allah's wrath will fall upon you." This created a bizarre situation. He was being coerced into swearing in a way that felt inappropriate. Now, as per PTI's request, the witness should be physically brought in, but the judge is in a hurry and is proceeding with the online testimony. This indicates how difficult it is to get reliable testimonies or witnesses. Some of the key witnesses in the case are proving unreliable. The witnesses who claim to have been in the room when the conspiracy was discussed can't even prove they were there. One of these star witnesses, who is said to have heard the entire plot, is now found to have been on leave that day, and the records show that he had taken leave. So, they are struggling to present real evidence that these witnesses were present and had witnessed the conspiracy in real time. The situation is further complicated as the authorities can't even provide data to prove that these witnesses were present at the scene. It is becoming increasingly clear that the whole case is politically and personally motivated. The establishment of Pakistan should feel ashamed for pursuing such trivial and baseless cases. History will remember them not for their strength, but for their weakness and cruelty. They have already lost in history, and no matter how much they try to push back, they cannot change public opinion now. If Imran Khan is ever toppled, it will be by his own decisions or those of his party, not by the establishment or any other external forces. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.